The video you're about to see, you're going to find unusual. But it's definitely going to improve why I am the best in prison system culinary arts. And this video is definitely going to live up to its name. Anyways, enjoy! Hey everyone, it's Krist back again, and unfortunately I'm bringing you this video from inside the walls of prison. Fortunately, I've been locked up for my heinous crimes of telling someone on a public journal entry that they're a hypocrite. So I've been locked up for 20 years for internet harassment. But, luckily, here I am. They gave me a knife, I'm in the prison kitchen, and we're ready to show you some prison cooking. Good, wholesome prison cooking. Anyways, let's get this started because I really want to get this done so I can reduce my sentence. Anyways, here's what we're going to make. We're going to make creamy chicken enchiladas. Now, this might not seem too special, but here in prison, it's a pretty special meal, and I stand behind it 100%. 100%. Anyways, we're going to start and just show you the prep work for this. The veggies we need, first off. So we got a orange bell pepper. We've got 2 cloves of garlic. We've got a lime. We've got a whole red onion. Or you can use any type of onion you prefer. I have red onion. I guess that's all the prison supplies have. And we got some cilantro right here. So, everything's been washed, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to talk to the dishwasher, but yeah. So we'll start off and start prepping this. So I like to pull the stem off of pepper first so I can lay it straight on top. And here's how easy way to deseed it. You just slice down and around, and then you kind of cut the white part out, and then slice around the stem again. That's how you're supposed to do it. Man, the prison population is so happy to have me. I love it here. I'm making them good food, and they're giving me good dope. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm just pulling the ribs and the seeds out of it after I did that. Very easy, very quick. Alright, so there we go. And luckily the prison has its own food processor, and that's what we're going to use to mince this up. But all you really got to do is just, you know, cut it kind of smaller into, you know, little chunks like that's good enough. And that's all you do. So, yeah, and as far as the onion, you know, I just slice it down the middle like that, and down the middle, and then at the end, and you should be good to go. So we can do that with both of these. But yeah, I'm actually shocked all the fresh ingredients they give you in prison. There we go. So we got that all ready. As far as the cilantro, I just cut the very bottom of the stems off. A little bit of stem is okay, you know. But I guess in prison you can't be too picky. But, you know, they haven't seen a quality like this here in the Wisconsin State Prison for a while. Anyways, and then, like, as far as the lime goes, you probably only need half of it for this recipe. But this is kind of an eyeball taste test kind of thing. But yeah, I usually cut it in half and then into fourths. So yeah, that is the first prep work. I won't bore you with the loud food processor, but we will cut back and continue the recipe. Plus, I think it's recess time, so I gotta head out to the prison yard. So I'll be back. Okay, so the vegetable prep work is done. We got these onions, peppers, cilantro, and garlic finely chopped. If you don't have a food processor, if your prison doesn't have a food processor, you might have to do it by hand. It'll take a little longer, but it's possible. And I wanted to point out one more thing. When you're chopping onions in prison, it's always a good idea to wear safety goggles, because you don't want the other prisoners to see you cry, because you shouldn't show any weakness. And unfortunately, I cried, and yeah, Big Bubba, he came after me, but don't worry, I fought him off. So anyways, we got this ready. We're gonna move on to the next step. Alright everyone, I'm back from recess, and yeah, we're ready for the next step. We need 2 pans for this, just 2 pots rather. I like to use this big one for the main ingredients, but this one that's just starting to boil is what we're going to boil the chicken in. Now you can grill the chicken too, but I like to boil it so the outside isn't like crispy or anything. It's just really soft because it's going to be used for the filling. And always save 1 chicken breast, because we're going to play a joke on the warden. Next time someone's in his office, they're going to drop this under his desk, and it's going to stink up the place. Oh, great jokes. We have a lot of fun here in prison. Anyways, now that we have this boiling, we're going to set our timer for, I'd say 20 minutes, but sometimes it takes about 25 depending on how cold the chicken is. But yeah, just sit here and let it boil, and make sure to wash your hands after you handle chicken, because we don't want any cross-contamination in this prison, okay? Alright guys, I'll cut back to the next step. See you in a second. Alright guys, so we're 8 minutes into the chicken boiling. I've started to heat up the other pot, because we're going to throw these veggies in here, these diced veggies. And you'll hear the nice sizzle. Want the pan nice and hot, because we're gonna basically cook the water off of these. We don't need to get them like super cooked, because they're gonna be cooking in all the cheese and everything else. So yeah, just spread it out, let it cook for a while. You should season it up as well. So we're gonna, for just the veggies, we're just gonna do a little bit of salt, some black pepper, and I guess we can do some of this. Luckily the prison was stocked with McCormick taco seasoning. McCormick taco seasoning, the choice for Mexican food in all prisons across the US. Anyways, we'll just sprinkle some of that on. Kind of hard to get out of here sometimes, so I gotta shake it really hard. This is a good workout. Build your muscles in fucking prison. Get any fucking yard fights. Anyways, yeah, we got that all set. We're gonna mix it around with the spices and just let this water cook off. Might even want to increase the temperature a little bit. But anyways, while that water is draining off of there, we're gonna go ahead and set the oven to, I'd say 400 degrees is good. So that way, oh, we gotta hit start. So there we go. We're all set to go. Oven's preheating. This chicken should be done in about 10 minutes, and we're just gonna keep stirring the veggies and getting all that water cooked off. So anyways, we'll cut back, and hopefully we'll start getting this put all together, because we got a lot of hungry inmates here. I'm telling you, man, they are demanding. Anyways, I'll see you guys in a second.
From Capcom 8 Street.
All right, guys, I'm back.
But that's not all of
And I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but that's our friend Iwata from Nintendo. Yes, in prison they even let me watch the Nintendo Direct live stream. So this is just a great day. Hoping for some great announcements. I'll keep you guys up to date. Anyways, back to the cooking. The water has been pretty much completely removed from these veggies. So we've reduced the heat a bit, probably to medium-low. And we've got an 8-ounce package of cream cheese, and we're just gonna drop the whole goddamn thing in here. It's pretty melty, so we'll get the rest of that in there in a second. But yeah, we just let that cheese melt down and mix it all up. And while it's doing that, we'll cut away and do the next part. So see you guys in a second. Alright guys, here we go. The cream cheese is melted down, as you can see. So now we're adding our Fiesta blend cheese. And this you pretty much eyeball as well. I usually do, you know, like a big handful and maybe another handful. Just enough. Yeah, that's probably enough. Just enough, you know, get the pan all filled out like that. Because we're going to add a lot of chicken to this. So yeah, you just keep stirring it, get everything melted, all these cheeses with the veggies, and oh, look at that. The chicken is done. So we're going to keep mixing this, and we'll cut back in a second. I'm just going to get that chicken off of there. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright, here we go again. Anyways, we got the chicken ready to go, and we're still melting this down. It's pretty melted, and what you want to do now is you want to take some heavy cream and just kind of add a little bit in, because we don't want it completely thick and pasty. We want it a little bit liquidy, but not complete liquid, kind of in between pasty and liquidy. This is where you really got to eyeball it, and this also is where our limes come in. Let's just squeeze those limes in there. And my buddy Iwata's still plugging away at that Nintendo Direct. So anyways, we're just squeezing the lime out. There we go. That gets it more moisturized, because we want a nice consistency to this. So yeah, that's looking good. Let's get the other quarter of the lime in there. And this is another good way to build up your hand muscles for, you know, prison fights, arm wrestling, whatever. Anyways, there we go. Let's just squeeze that out real nice and mix her up. And there we go. It's getting a lot more smooth now than pasty and hard to manage. So you want the temperature pretty low now, because we're just going to want to slow cook this stuff. And here's another thing we're going to add. This is Pace restaurant style salsa, citrus pineapple. Now this gives it a nice green, you know, green chili kind of flavor, and it makes it a little more wet. And because it has citrus and pineapple, it's pretty sweet, so it gives the filling a nice sweetness to go with the creaminess, of course, and the chickenness, and, you know, Spanishness of all the spices. So yeah, look at that. That's starting to look good. So we're getting close to adding the chicken. So we're going to cut away and show you what we do with the chicken.
Series games.
Alright, here we go. I got the chicken out. I cut it in half, each piece. We'll probably want to cut it into fourths, just so it's nice and small, and when you cut it up, it cools off faster, because we want it cool before we, you know, toss it into the food processor, and that's really hot, so I'm going to wait a second. But anyways, that's the general idea. Get it into small pieces and make sure it's cool, because if you throw hot chicken in a food processor, it could melt the plastic on it. So we'll cut away again. Just wanted to show you that step. And yes, the Nintendo Direct continues here. I never imagined how many Nintendo fans are here in prison. Oh my God, I feel right at home here, guys. Honestly, it's not even a bad thing. Anyways, see you guys in a second.
Yoshi will appear in the game, allowing you to play.
Alright, we're back, and we got the chicken nice and finely chopped. We want it nice and shredded looking like that. Now if your prison doesn't have a food processor, again, you can do this by using 2 forks and pulling the chicken apart over and over till it's nice and shredded. But this is the best way to get a good consistency. So we're going to go ahead and throw that chopped chicken in the cheesy sauce, and we're going to stir it up. Now this is the part where you really got to eyeball the consistency, because unlike most prisons, we have standards here, and we want a good filling. Like when you bite into these, oh my god, you're gonna just, I don't know, orgasm over your bitch, you know? So yeah, we want to make sure it's nice and creamy, but not too thick. So there you go, that's actually looking really nice. And I forgot to mention, I did add a little bit more cream, salsa, and a small handful of cheese again. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. I like this consistency. As you can see, it's a little bit pasty, but still wet enough to, you know, be nice and creamy. So anyways, we're getting this all mixed up. This is basically ready as is. Now we're just gonna move to the final step, filling up these. We're gonna fill up these goddamn enchiladas like you filled up your bitch in your prison cell. Anyways, let's cut away and I'll see you in a second. Alright guys, I forgot to show you one step, pretty simple one, but I'll show you regardless. We're gonna take these smaller corn tortillas and we're gonna put a little oil on a skillet, or a lot, and we basically want to drag each side of these tortillas through the oil till they're covered, and then just let it sit there. If you have the temperature high enough, I do medium, maybe medium high, then they bubble up really quick, and that's what you want to look for. You just want to get them soft enough where they bubble up, and that one's done. And then you just repeat the process again. We'll grab another one, we'll swipe it through the oil to get it nice and softened up, and let it sit. And yeah, this is easy step. By the way guys, while I've been gone, the Nintendo Direct just announced that the Wii U Fatal Frame, it's actually coming to the US now. So I'm really excited. It'll probably come out while I'm still in prison, but I just paid 4 packs of smokes for it, and they assured me it's going to be delivered directly to my prison cell. So I'm very excited about that. Anyways, we're going to get all these tortillas cooked up. I'd say you could make maybe 12 or 15 for a batch. The amount of filling I made should make 2 batches of 15. So you will have plenty for the whole prison population. So anyways guys, we'll cut back and show you the actual final step. Alright, here we go. We got all the shells prepared, we got the filling, and we're ready to go. Actually, I don't need this. So, here's what we do. We got our stack of softened tortillas. We're going to take maybe a tablespoon each of the filling, put it right in the center of it like that. Maybe like that much. Just, you know, make sure it's not too much where you can't roll it up. But basically you fold it over halfway, and then the other half, and then just plop it on here. I think we'll put it this way. No, actually we'll put it this way so we can fit more going this way. So anyways, that's what you do. You just keep grabbing a tablespoonful, just enough to fill her up, and you fold it over. Tortillas are a little bit hot, but it's okay. I already had my hands forcefully burned as a prison initiation ritual, so I'm used to it. Anyways, we'll just continue filling these up, and we'll cut back when we got these all filled, and I'll show you what we top them with, and putting them in the oven. Then finally, the final result. Oh, one more thing. Even if your shells get ripped, like some of mine got little rips in them, it doesn't matter, because once you cook them, it's all sealed, and you just, you know, pick it up and eat it. Don't matter. So anyways, the prisoners are getting riley. I gotta get going on this, so we'll cut back in a second. Hold on. Alright guys, we're back. We got, again, the citrus pineapple salsa. And we put all these really close together. Let me squeeze them in a little bit closer, because we're just gonna generally pour maybe a tablespoon each, just kind of eyeball it. You can scoop it out per tablespoon if you want, but it's faster just doing it this way. And yeah, you just want a nice coating of the salsa. This is almost like the sauce on a pizza. Let's look at it that way. So, looks like I just barely had enough. Yes. I do have another can though, if I want to add more, but this might be enough. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And we're just using the spatula to kind of spread it out. You just want to, you know, glaze the top. This is kind of preference too. You know, if you like a lot of sauce, then yeah, load it up. But yeah, I like it just kind of glazed, so you can still easily eat it by hand. And it's not too messy, but yeah, generally it's going to be a mess either way. I don't think the prisoners care about making a mess. I'll be lucky. I'll be lucky if this dinner ends without a riot. But anyways, we got that nice and coated, it looks like. So let's do the final step here. We're going to take our Fiesta Blend shredded cheese again, and we're just going to generously top this. We want it nice and cheesy, so it seals them all up, seals them together. And this is going to be so delicious when it comes out, believe me. I might even prevent that riot, you know. Everyone's going to go into a food coma after they eat this, so I'm just hoping, I'm hoping they've reduced that 20-year sentence for, you know, online harassment. Oh, anyways, cheese is looking good. Just spread it out a little bit. Yeah, that's a good amount. I probably added too much. It melts down and it looks like a lot more than you added. But oh, one thing I forgot to mention, when you're filling these up, I didn't do it this time because I didn't really feel like it, but you can line the filling with some of the sriracha if you want it really hot. But I'm doing a mild batch here, so that's cool. And you can just kind of dress it up with a little bit more black pepper, just so it looks nice and seasoned on the top. It does add a nice little spice to it. But yes, these will be very, very sweet. So anyways, let's throw these in the oven. We got prisoners waiting to eat, so see you guys in a second. Alright, here we go. Oven's preheated to 400 degrees. It's kind of loud because I got the fans going. I don't want to set off the, you know, the fire alarms here in the prison. That'll just, you know, cause a riot. So we got our nice big old tray of enchiladas deliciousness, and we're going to toss them in. So here we go. Hopefully I don't burn myself. I already burned myself once from that prison initiation I mentioned earlier. So yes, it's in the oven, and I'd say it'll take about 20-25 minutes. Probably 25 if you want it really brown and crispy, so that's what I'll go for. So I'll go ahead and set my timer. I'm going to turn the fan off. We'll do 20 minutes first, and then I'll look at it at 20 minutes and see how much longer it's going to take. But we'll show you guys the final result. And man, we're going to have some happy prisoners in here, I tell you what. So see you in a second, or rather 25 minutes. Alright, so the time has come to remove these from the oven. My prison creamy enchiladas. And yes, they have UV gloves. This is the best glove to use in the kitchen, especially a prison kitchen. Anyways, let's pop these out and see how they look. It's been about 25 minutes. Oh yes, there we go. There's your piping hot, nice brown, bubbly, creamy prison chicken enchiladas. So we're just gonna set these here, and I would suggest waiting probably 10 to 15 minutes to let these cool, because even though they're not steaming, they are bubbling hot inside. So let's cut away, and the next thing you'll see is the final result, the taste test. Well, a moment of truth. Good. This is a real good taste. Real good quality. Shit. Fuck. For the amount of money you pay for the ingredients, can't beat that deal. Can't beat that deal one bit. But, yeah. If you have a prison population to feed, hey, it's a great way to cut down on your state taxes. So anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Oh shit. Oh, ride's broken up. Gotta go.